what a game he has had, Kevin.
I think he had some Skyline chili yesterday.
the dinner of champions.
You're right. He's come off the bench. Hadn't played much before this. Been outstanding.
Offensive rebound. Reynolds. Oh, hammer time. Put him on a poster. Jamil Reynolds.
Rodney Terry told us he was concerned about the physical strength of Cincinnati. And you can see why. Reynolds, that punch through.
Reynolds a three.
He had the itch and had to scratch it.
What a sequence by Reynolds. Offensive rebound, two-hand jam, then a block. And now a 6-0 run for Cincinnati. And a 4-point lead.
Now James is on Hunter.
Dessou. Crowd silencing triple. 24 for Dylan Dessou.
Skilling's tardy on the recovery. Dessou showing his range.
And momentarily, 11,000 will sit down quietly. Newman off the bounce. Ripped away by Onyema. Here comes Horton.
White jerseys.
Hunter a three.
They had a 4-on-2. Some for contested three. Great recovery by the Bearcats. Smith back in the game. Going to the bench.
He will wait to check in on the next whistle. Skillings, are you kidding me? Wiggling around on Yama for two.
That was tighter than a bathroom in an airplane.
Oh, that's just a heady play by Tyrese Hunter, the junior and second-year transfer from Iowa State.
Power and force send a message to the Longhorns. Reynolds punching that one through.
Jamil Reynolds, one of the early victims of the two-time transfer rule that, of course, the NCAA made a blanket ruling to allow everyone to play this season. So after missing the first 9 games, he is now finding his footing. And I would say this has been his best performance since returning to the lineup.
Power and strength, the physicality of Cincinnati. And Wes Miller told us, every time he started to get a rotation, someone would get injured. They did a lot of things with C.J. Frederick, and he went out with a hamstring injury, had to reboot the offense.
Aziz Mandego missing games with a back injury. Simas Lukosius also missed time after the car accident.
And even Wes Miller got, when we were talking to him, he tapped the floor for good luck.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood, no more injuries.
Well, he's used 6 different starting lineups. Tonight used a different starting lineup, and only 3 players have played in all 14 games. But they have showed great togetherness tonight against Texas, leading by 1. Dessou from downtown. Offensive rebound, Cunningham, and he draws the foul on John Newman III.
Great position by Cunningham. Got his defender underneath the rim and able to get that foot back. Again, coming from the baseline side. Great way to offensive rebound.
Cunningham's had a quiet night because he had those 2 fouls early, but now making his presence felt in the second half. 4 rebounds, and he ties the game at 55.
How about this Texas team, though? We keep talking about Cincinnati. They come to this hostile environment.
Yeah.
Got beat at home in the Moody Center, only second time in the history of that arena to lose. They lost to Tech. They have come in here and answered everything Cincinnati has thrown at them.
And they played with the toughness that Rodney Terry wanted to see from his team in just their second true road game of the season. in front of 11,000 Bearcat fans.
And they're doing it with a man down without Caden Shedrick.
Backdoor, Lukosius draws a foul on Dessou, and that is his third. Cincinnati and Texas separated by just 1 point. Under 8 to play. We've got a dandy brewing in Cincinnati.
Check. Team of Destiny?
Check.
Nightmare matchup?
This is just spectacular.
That's our move. Women's College Hoops on ESPN and ABC.
Nothing held back. All for the love of soccer. PGA Tour Live. Every tournament starts on ESPN+.
Never a night off in the Big 12. How about Houston battling back down 10 at the half? Now it's a 4-point game at Iowa State, 12 minutes to play. And don't forget, later on tonight, 9 Eastern, a top 20 showdown between BYU, fresh off a loss to Cincinnati at home, taking on Baylor. As we welcome you back inside Fifth Third Arena. What a crowd, and what a scene. Over 11,000 on hand for the program's inaugural Big 12 home game. And Simas Lukosius at the line for Cincinnati, who has shown great resilience in the paint and on the glass. Remember, Texas outscored them in the paint in the first half, Kevin. They out-rebounded them in the first half. Cincinnati has flipped both of those so far in the second frame.
They've been a second-half team, Cincinnati. They've been in the free throw line now 14 times. With just 8 for the Longhorns. That physicality inside that Rodney Perry was concerned about is getting the Bearcats to the line.
Dessou left open. That's another 3 for Dylan Dessou, his 4th. And he's now up to 27 points.
He does not need points in the paint or points from the free throw line. He's knocking down the triple. Simple pick and pop.
Showing NBA scouts everywhere, including at this game. And he is worthy of the praise that he is receiving, and a foul against Dylan Dessou. And that is his 3rd.
But there's the 3 ball. Pick and pop. Cincinnati has not covered that this entire game.
Huge for Dessou, because at halftime, the stats were showing that he had 2 fouls. He picked up a foul before that last commercial break. We thought it was his 3rd. In fact, this was just his 3rd. So he will stay on the floor. What a pass by Lukosius. Almost picked off. And Larkin somehow corrals and floats it in. And now Victor Larkin with 17.
Great hands by Larkin and presence. Gather himself on that loose ball and finish in the paint. Reynolds has to get out and cover Dessou on that 3-point line. They're trying to ice that screen. The sideline is leaving Dessou open up top.
He is doing it all tonight, folks. From distance, mid-range, into paint, both sides of the floor. And he's headed to the foul line. The second foul, on Jamil Reynolds.
He's getting into what I call the middle third, and it takes away the help defense. Dessou, that time came back to his left. The Sky Report shows he likes to shot fake and drive to his right.
Just the 9th free throw attempt of the game for Texas, compared to Cincinnati's 14. It's been a physical game, and yet we haven't seen a ton of foul shots, frankly, for either team.
Cincinnati has gotten there, but they haven't converted a high rate, just 57% from the line for the Bearcats. They have left some points hanging out there.
Meanwhile, Texas is now 9 for 10, and they regain a 2-point lead as Dan Skillings heads to the bench.
They must find an answer, the Bearcats, for Dessou.
Lukosius from way downtown.
When Texas try to show that zone and they go to man, Lukosius got in the gap. Texas couldn't recognize it. Got caught in between shifts of defense. Smith's quiet second half.
Just 3 for 11 tonight, 8 points for Texas's leading scorer.
Jizzle James was a big factor on A. Smith when he came off the bench.
13th turnover tonight for Cincinnati.
Well, we talked about Dessou from three-point line. Lukosius clicks his heels from the top of the key as Texas got caught in a transition defense. Got to go from that zone to man in half court. Lukosius just slid to the open wood. Banged that one home.
1 point Cincinnati lead, 5.5 minutes to play. Dessou floater, yes. Dylan Dessou, a new career high at Texas. He has 31 on 12 of 21.
He's operating what I call the funnel. Tough to send the second defender.
Great defense by Dylan Dessou, who's behind the play. A. Smith's pushing, and he will pull it back out for now for three. Got it. A. Smith has been quiet. That's a big-time bucket by the Oral Roberts transfer, giving Texas a 4-point lead.
He is so quick. You know when he gave this ball up, he was going to slide behind, get the handoff. Watch how quick he gets this one out of his hands. Boom. Dribble for the Longhorns.
What if you didn't like blouse? It's superhero day at school.
Don't pull my pocket, no. Honey. Lego with Dego.
Can't wait.
Women's college hoops on ESPN and ABC.
Nothing held back. All for the love of soccer.
Welcome back to Fifth Third Arena. You see Dylan Dessou on your screen wearing number 1 with some last-minute encouragement for his team. He leads all scorers with a new collegiate career high, 31 points. As we reset you on this game that has seen just a little bit of everything. 10 lead changes, 14 ties, and a monstrous performance by Dylan Dessou. And so if you're Cincinnati, Kevin, where are you going here offensively down the stretch with less than 5 minutes to play?
I'd get some touches inside to Victor Locken. Somehow get a swish if you can get Dessou on and then attack Dessou right now. Cunningham guarding Locken.
How about a touch from downtown for Simas Lukosius?
Silent assassin. He's been quiet. A quiet 12. A couple of triples sprinkled in.
Dessou scoops it, turned over.
Got in too deep. Nowhere to go.
James, pull up, yes! Cincy with the lead.
Every time Jizzle James enter the game, good things happen for the Bearcats. James off the bounce. Cincinnati up by attention.
Here's where legends are born. And every match is a spectacle. Celebration like no other. For the love of football. For the love of La Liga. For the love of football.
Smith up and under, somehow kissing it off the window. What a move by the Oral Roberts transfer, and Texas takes back the lead.
Well, great set play by Rodney Terry on that timeout. Got him on the backdoor cut.
Uh-oh! Mitchell with the one-hand jam. Yikes.
Turnovers between the circles. Not all turnovers are created equal. Some lead to that.
15 turnovers in the game for Cincinnati. Inside to Reynolds, and the big body transfer makes it 11, and it's back to 1.
Great answer. Go inside, score at the rim, set your defense.
Ace is hounded here by the freshman Jizzle James. Dessou. Rebound Lukosius.
Great play by Lukosius. Ball out of bounds, kept possession for the Bearcats.
Cincinnati coming off that win against the number 12 BYU team, seeking back-to-back top 25 wins since 2012.
But I love the resilience of Texas. They just keep coming back and back.
Newman, a second effort. Stripped? No. Muscled up a shot, no call. Hunter tried to save it, tapped out of bounds. And it is Cincinnati basketball.
The football season ended last night.
Not for these guys.
Not for these guys. This looks...
Wait a second.
Even
here.
Dessou's looking up at the board.
It is Cincinnati basketball. The fans wanted a foul. Lots of contact as Newman was underneath. But nonetheless, a fresh 20 here for Jizzle James.
Got the big man in, locking in the post.
5 to shoot. Tough turnaround. Lukosius rims it in. Cincy with a 1-point lead.
The picture of efficiency. Lukosius. Reynolds on Dessou.
And a foul on Jizzle James. That is his second. And the team's 5th. So Texas will get it back with 20 on the timer. 1:37 to play. Largest lead in the game for Texas was 7 in the first half. Cincinnati led by 5 also in the first half. We have had 13 lead changes and 14 ties.
James, obviously from a football family, his strength has been a problem for A. Smith.
Stripped, Dessou, locking on the floor. Locking at 3. Rebound Reynolds, and a foul underneath on the Longhorns.
Only the 4th team foul on Texas. This has been a physical second half. As you mentioned, Matt, foul problems in the first half. The Longhorns able to weather through it. Short bench for Texas.
They had 12 first half fouls, only 4 in the second half, and 1:17 to play. The officials are going to take a look at this here to see who that ball went off of. Rodney Terry trying to pump up his Texas team, who's had a terrific performance by Dylan Dessou, a career-high 31.
The call on the floor is Cincinnati basketball. We will review.
So the call on the floor, as you heard from James Breeding, Cincinnati ball. This is what they are reviewing. Tough to tell by that angle. Asmus thought it was off Cincinnati, immediately signaled to Terry Oglesby that they should take a look at it. I don't know if there's enough there, though, to overturn the call on the floor.
Not from what we could see from our angle. They may have a better view over there at the table.
One more look at it. Nobody touched it at the very end, and I think Asmus thought that perhaps the Cincinnati player might have grazed the ball as it was heading out of bounds. Doesn't look like it on that replay.
Yeah, he tapped it, and look, he was hoping that it caught the fingertip of the Bearcat.
After review, the call on the floor stands. Cincinnati ball.
So it'll stay with Cincinnati. 18 on the timer. And a 1-point lead. Neither team in danger of putting the other in the bonus just yet, both with 2 timeouts. Texas trying to rebound from a loss to Texas Tech at home. And just their second true road game of the season, and Cincinnati trying to remain undefeated at home. They are 10-0 this year in this building.
Use a high ball screen by Reynolds. Now he's going to the post.
Lukosius with 12 points in the second half. 5 to shoot. Fadeaway jumper. Yes, sir! Lukosius, Kevin, with 14 of his 19 points in the second half.
Big time second half. Big time shot there on the fadeaway. Had the height advantage on the mismatch in the mid post. He has been sensational. Knocked in a couple threes. Sprinkling some assists. Lukosius, the guy who can play every position on the floor if needed. 7 of 9 from the field.
Making his 4th consecutive start. Remember, this is a young man that was struck by a car on campus at the beginning of December. Missed a couple of games. Didn't feel quite right. Was dealing with some bruising, both around his knee and his thigh. He looks pretty darn good in this program's first ever home Big 12 game.
I thought he was exceptional in the first half, distributing the basketball, playing within himself, and then in the second half he has stepped up and hit big baskets for the Bearcats.
So, if you're Texas, where are you going out of this timeout? Down 3 with 55 seconds to play.
Dessou on an ISO at the top of the key. Let him drive it. Draw some contact or finish. He's got 31. You got to go back to Dylan Dessou. They have not been able to guard him this entire game. Asmus also is a big-time shot maker.
Here he is with the ball in his hands. Dessou, tough jumper, rims in. 33 for Dylan Dessou, and it's back to a 1-point game.
And that one tasted every bit of the 10 before it fell through for the Longhorns.
All 11,014 on hand, standing at Fifth Third Arena.
11-second differential.
And there was a foul there on Asmus because Texas has fouls to give. But it was interesting to see it come there, right, Kevin? Because, you know, at that point, now you maybe just defend the rest of the shot clock. Now it resets to 20.
Right.
And there's a 5-second differential.
And they still have a foul to give.
Right.
So they're going to have to foul it on the touch here.
Are you surprised to see them fouling as opposed to just defending it out?
No, I would have fouled earlier, right away, as soon as the ball came in bounds, because you got to get to that situation where you can put them on the line.
And there's a foul before the ball is even inbounded. Well, hang on a second. The timeout was called instead. So Cincinnati with 1 timeout remaining. Texas also with 1 timeout. 2 more Texas fouls put Cincinnati on the line.
And also now, Cincinnati has fouls to give.
No doubt. Which comes into play if they make a couple shots at the foul line, assuming they get there. Put Texas on the line for a 1-1 in a 3-point game.
The most important thing here, though, Matt, is your inbounder. You got to get the ball cleanly inbounded because they're going to come after and try to tip it loose and then foul immediately on the catch. So the art of inbounding that basketball, you have to take that into account and put your best trigger man out there.
Texas has led by as many as 7, though that was early in the first half. We have seen 13 lead changes, 14 ties throughout the course of this heavyweight fight. And how about Cincinnati? 25 ticks away from potentially back-to-back top 25 wins for the first time since the Big East tournament in 2012. Here we go with 25.7 to play. And a foul on Dessou, and that is number 4. On this team's leading scorer tonight, he has 33.
A great move there by Wes Miller. The coaches are locking on the catch. Dessou had to foul him. That gives 4 on Dessou if this thing would go into overtime.
One more to go here, and a foul before the ball is inbounded as Newman is knocked to the floor. So no time comes off for Texas. It's the 3rd foul on Max Asmus. And that will send the 6th-year senior from Greensboro, North Carolina, to the line where he has shot at 75% this season. Remember, 1 timeout left for each team. And a 1-point game. Texas the rebound.
Now Cincinnati has a foul to give. When will they use it?
1-point game. Asmus the basketball. Dessou back to Asmus. Pull up, rims down. Asmus gives Texas the lead. 5 seconds. Thomas, Lukosius for the win. And Texas escapes the upset in Cincinnati. What a shot by Max Asmus.
He'd been quiet a lot of the second half. When they needed the bucket, that's who they went to. The nation's career-leading scorer. Pull up, and that one gets the members roll. Interesting.